Yo, what up? And welcome to Comics Icons. Now, JJ is what they call me. And on this channel, we're going to be breaking down some of the hottest comic book issues and stories from some of the most iconic characters. The first story we're discussing is Miss Marvel, the New Mutant. Now, in the last episode, we went over issue 1 and Miss Marvel's public debut as an X-Men. Issue 2 begins like issue 1, with Kamala having another nightmare about where she fits in. When she wakes up, it's the following day from issue 1, when a roommate tells her about a campus-wide protest by the Mutant Watch Club due to the Miss Marvel incident. She also tells Kamala to let her know next time she needs some privacy, as Kamala and Bruno both defend themselves that they only stayed up playing video games. Once Rumi leaves, Kamala tells Bruno that she had been having the same nightmare for 10 weeks. We then switch to the Orchis underground lab and them trying to identify who Miss Marvel is. The main scientist, as she's threatened by the Omega Sentinel, Karima Shapander, who was at the Mutant Massacre, decides to adjust the parameters of her search to try and track any encrypted communications so they could track Miss Marvel if she tries contacting any other X-Men. We then go back to Kamala, who's told Bruno about her 10-week long recurring nightmare, and he reminds her that she's seeing a Dr. Surfer character from one of her fan fiction drawings. This was a cross between Silver Surfer and Doctor Strange. Bruno tells her that she should try talking to him, and he'd help out if she gives him a few hours to set up in her dorm while she goes to class. Meanwhile, Kamala notices at the protest that there's only one person there on the side of mutants, and that person is getting persecuted, and Kamala can only watch as this happens. Poor Shane. Later on, we then get a look at Sync, one of the X-Men, in the Morlock tunnels communicating with Kamala on an encrypted line regarding the Chitauri Miss Marvel encounter. Unbeknownst to them, Orchis is now searching for encrypted signals, and a call with Sync actually sends one of the Orchis drones into action to find the source of the signal. Now, Kamala isn't really paying attention when Sync is the first to realize that there's some kind of strange feedback on the line when Kamala then finally looks up to see the drones closing in on her. So of course, now she changes into her Miss Marvel X-Men suit and jumps into action to take down those drones. Now she's having a pretty easy time taking out these drones when they begin to kind of come together into one big old mega Kaiju drone. Now she's able to break them apart when suddenly they're shot down by none other than Iron Man Tony Stark in a stealth suit. So happy to see Tony. Miss Marvel gives him a big old hug as we notice one of those little tiny drones kind of plops down and attaches to her hair. Stark then takes Miss Marvel back to the old Hellfire Club to reveal to Miss Marvel he was sent by his wife, Emma Frost. Now this marriage happened in a crossover event between X-Men number 26 and Invincible Iron Man number 10. Miss Marvel apologizes to Emma Frost for blowing her cover on her first mission, and Emma lets her know that they'll never stop hunting as long as she wears that uniform. But Miss Marvel was like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm a Pakistani American Inhuman mutant. She could be proof of the coexistence. But Emma Frost was like, man, look, child, set aside that idealism and find a place within yourself, or find peace within yourself. So I'm not holding another dead body. I'm kind of getting tired of it. So we later see the Orchid scientists and Karima discussing how Miss Marvel destroyed the drones. But the scientist tells Karima that one of those drones was able to pierce Miss Marvel's scalp, and now they just needed to fall asleep. So the device can basically turn into a bit of a sleeper cell amongst other mutants and catch them all, linked on the same psychic network. So after that, we get Kamala arriving back at her dorm room when she sees that Bruno has set up a whole dreamatorium machine to monitor her brainwaves while she sleeps, so they can get to the bottom of her nightmare issues. So they stay up for a little while, and then finally, Kamala goes back to bed after about 1:14 a.m. So now Kamala starts to dream again, and this time she calls out for Dr. Surfer. Dr. Surfer, where you at, cuz? Who finally responds and takes Kamala by the hand and pulls her up on a surfboard. We're going on a trip. And that ends issue number 2. So, if you're ready to see what happens next, come on back for issue number 3. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on the next episode from Comics Icons.